about midway through our 6-week tour of golf in the Poconos, and today, a look at Skytop.
Split Rock's a true mountain golf course. We have a lot of hills, a lot of undulation, but also there's a lot of flat.
Let's see if it gets released.
But 64 will go down in history as one of the most dramatic U.S. Open finishes.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf along with Colleen Wolfe. I'm Harry Donahue, and Colleen, we're just about midway through our 6-week tour of golf in the Poconos, and today, a look at Skytop and Split Rock.
Yeah, Harry, Split Rock, it's a great course. It's a little challenging, though. Brian Patrick, he's going to take us around that course. There's some guarded greens and elevation changes. We're going to see that a little later.
Here at Skytop, where you have the lodge behind us, right adjacent to a beautiful lake, there's plenty to do, and golf is right in the middle of it. It's a Scottishman's design. He came here to the States and laid out 18 championship holes right on top of a mountain in the Poconos. Next up, it's Skytop and Split Rock here on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf is brought to you by the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau. Life's greater in the Pocono Mountains. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where America goes to play. Visit online at phillytomyrtle.com. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, celebrating 90 years.
The Philadelphia section of the PGA of America is celebrating 90 years. Since 1921, the professionals of the Philadelphia section have proven themselves to be the players, teachers, managers, and stewards of the game of golf in the Philadelphia area. They are the experts in the game and business of golf. Please join us in celebrating our 90-year commitment to the game of golf.
In a crowd of light beers, how long does it take to find the Yuengling Light Lager? About that long. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yuengling Light Lager. Rethink your light beer.
Resting on 6,500 acres of land, Split Rock Golf Club offers 27 holes of championship golf. Head professional Brian Patrick joins us to explore a course that calls for a combination of strategy and power.
Split Rock's a true mountain golf course. We have a lot of hills, a lot of undulation, but also there's a lot of flat spots in the fairways to play your shots from. So it's not a totally impossible golf course to play. Fairways are a little narrow, and the greens are well guarded between bunkers and some hills around the greens. Greens are average size, not very small, but not very big, so they're receptive to shots.
But to truly see how this course plays, let's take a closer look at some of the spectacular holes, starting at number 7.
This is the 7th hole at Split Rock Golf Club, our second par 3 on the front 9, a very unique and interesting hole. 5 sets of tees make it a challenge for anybody. From the blue tees, it plays about 175 yards, and you can play it all the way up to our yellow tees, which is 110 yards. Each tee gives a different look and shot approach to our well-bunkered green. We have a rock shelf in front with a small pond. Very interesting hole, very challenging. Pick the right set of tees and it should be an easy shot for you. This is the 11th hole at Split Rock Golf Club, probably one of the best views in the Poconos. It's a downhill par 5 ranging from 580 yards down to 500 yards. It's a good requirement. You want to hit your tee shot down the right side of the fairway, lay up with the second shot into a well-bunkered green with some mounds and some hills behind it. On great days, you can see for about 20 miles up here. Just a beautiful golf hole and a lot of fun to play. Hole number 13 is an uphill challenging par 3, waist area in front of the green, and you're shooting into a very narrow green with the 3 tiers to it. If you don't feel like going for the pin, there is a bailout area to the left side, and hopefully a good chip will put you next to the hole where you can save par. From the back tee, the 13th hole plays 215 yards, basically all uphill. So pick the right club, usually 1 or 2 more, and hopefully you end up with a good result. The 18th hole requires an accurate tee shot to a generous landing area, which is located on the other side of a waste area. From that landing area, you're hitting a second shot into a well-guarded green, bunkers around the front and back, and a waste area shortened to the right. This hole requires 2 precise shots, and hopefully you're on in 2 and can make a par.
Split Rock's course certainly supplies a variety of golf shots, but one hole in particular stands out as an absolute favorite.
I would have to say the best to play and the most exciting to play is hole number 11, just from the views. On a great clear day, you can see 20, 30 miles, and it's an interesting hole. It's a long par 5, good risk reward, hit a good tee shot, you have a chance to go for it in 2, and if not, play it safe and be happy with the par.
For golfers that are unfamiliar with the intricacies of this exciting course, it's important to take the right approach.
Every hole is unique. When you start with our first hole, a downhill par 5 to the right, you just look out, see the mountains, you see how great everything looks up here. Each hole has its own unique appeal. Every shot could be different, and I tell everybody, if you're playing golf out here, hit the ball where you can see. It's the easiest way to play this golf course. There's a lot of times you can get caught up and try to go over corners or different things. But, you know, pick the set of tees that best suits your game, whether it's the white tees, the blue tees, or the forward tees. Find something comfortable. Enjoy our GPS on the cards, which helps you out a lot on the golf course. And more important, have a great round.
And because of the expansive layout, you'll need some guidance through your round.
It's one of the newer courses in the Poconos. We have all brand new golf carts. We have GPS on every cart, which is a big bonus here for the new golfer playing it for the first time. They actually see the hole, see the distances they need to hit. I said 5 sets of tees. You can play up to 7,200 yards, but it's an exciting golf course. It's not the typical old Pocono golf course. There's a lot of really good golf holes, driving range, 2 practice greens, and it's fun to play. And you'll really enjoy the view, the wildlife, all the scenery out here.
For those lucky enough to play Split Rock, the experience doesn't have to end with golf.
Split Rock's a resort golf course open to the public, so we have a daily fee operation. There are golf packages available staying at our hotel, which include overnight stay, breakfast, and dinner and a round of golf. We have our 2 snack bars. We have a cafe downstairs, full bar and restaurant upstairs. The Sunset Green seats up to 120 people. We do weddings. We have a lot of golf tournaments that'll have their meals upstairs. On our main level, we have an outside patio for lunches and continental breakfast before tournaments. But then everybody will go up and you can see the clubhouse and just a great view from our patio and great food up there, and it's a good time having your tournament here.
As a full-service resort, Split Rock's ample list of amenities continues to grow.
We have a beach, a lagoon. We have 9 different types of accommodations, 600 rooms here. We have an indoor water park that's open all year round, which is great for the kids in the winter or even in the summer when the parents come golfing, the kids can go up to the water park. A brand new indoor bowling center and arcade center for the kids. First run movie theater, and of course the golf course. But there's just so many things to do up here, it's fun for the whole family.
Coming up, Harry joins Brian Boyle here at Skytop Resort. It's something you don't want to miss. That's next on Inside Golf.
Experience what golfers voted #1 for quality, selection, and affordability. Over 100 different championship courses, including 7 of America's 100 greatest. Indulge in gourmet cuisine, pristine beaches that offer endless activities, active nightlife, and more. It's an easy drive, and affordable nonstop flights are now available from over 25 cities. Start planning your Myrtle Beach golf vacation today and request a free quick quote for the best package rates. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's where America goes to play.
What do I got, a little left or right here?
Yeah, maybe a 1.5 feet to the left.
And welcome back to Inside Golf. Our tour of Pocono Golf continues. Today we're at Skytop, and the host pro is Brian Boyle. Brian, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me.
Talk a little bit about this place. When did it open as a golf course?
Opened 1928. Robert White was the designer here, first president of the PGA. He's done a number of courses in the area here. Water Gap Country Club being another one, and you'll see his course design. The greens are small, fairways pretty wide. You see some mounding around the fairways. Bunkers are on the right and left, but the key thing here is that the greens are very small.
Now, was Robert White a Pennsylvania guy? Was he from this area of the country?
From Scotland originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So he came over here like a lot of Scottish architects did, and
made a
nice living.
Yep. Yes, he did.
What in particular? You know, we got beautiful views, obviously, vistas. You got the lake. You got right next to us here, this is number 2. You got the lodge. But what in general would you say is typical of Skytop as a golf course?
Well, For a mountain course, the fairways are pretty wide open, but there's not a lot of elevation changes like you do see in the Poconos. You know, there are some elevation changes, but not extreme, like some courses.
Number 2, what do we got here? A little par 4?
Par 4, yeah, one of our shorter holes. It's only about 360.
Okay.
And it goes down over the hill, the blind green right here.
And to the right there is the
To the
beautiful
right, you
lake.
can see the lake. You can see part of a bunker out there, that blind bunker out here.
Well, let me see if I can concentrate
Yeah,
and
go
keep my
ahead.
eye on the ball.
Fire away.
Tough to do up here. Well, not real long. And I kept it to the right side instead of the left
That's
side.
all right.
At least it's in the short
That'll play.
stuff. There you go, that's left side.
Yeah.
Coming back to the middle a little bit. Shot.
Okay.
Well, Brian, here I am. I'm caught between the beautiful lodge to my back, and then just a little bit to the forward and to the right is the beautiful lake. So if I miss this shot, I can grab a fishing pole and go over there and decide to go fishing for
There's
the
all
rest
kinds
of
of
the day.
nice bass and perch in there.
Wow.
Really nice.
Right, and if anybody's watching up at the lodge, they get a beautiful, clear picture of my swing
They
here
do.
to second shot on number 2.
There you go.
What do we got here? About 165?
We got about 165 here into a downhill, downwind. So you probably want to take one less club going into the green.
And it looks like the trouble is to the right with as far as the bunker.
Bunker to the right, mounds to the left and behind. And this one's kicks always a little bit to the right also. So ideally you want to play it kind of left side of the green.
Let's see if I got that
All
shot.
right. Good shot. That's perfect.
Let's see
It's
if it
gonna
gets
kick right.
released. Release? What do you think?
That's going to be close.
Okay. All right, Brian, I'm still not sure if I'm on, but I know you're going to get there. How are you
Yeah.
going to get there?
Well, I'm about 155 out. I'm going to hit an 8-iron, a little downwind, and we'll see what happens.
All right. You're going to go searching for that pin,
Yes,
right?
I am.
Oh, yeah. Center of the green. Nice shot.
Thank you.
All right, Brian, almost got it home.
Yeah.
A couple feet off on the fringe. What do I got, a little left to right here?
Yeah, maybe a 1.5 feet to the left. Everything breaks away from the mountain up here and kind of slopes down towards the lake. So,
All right.
yeah, 1.5 feet, 2 feet off to the left should be perfect.
Well, that's kind of
Stop
stayed straight.
Broke in.
Had the right
That's
distance,
pretty good.
though, huh?
That's a pretty good putt.
Thank you. All right. I'm going to ask.
All right, now I'm going to hit it maybe 6 inches off to the left.
Okay. Easy. All right.
Not bad.
All right. You know what I normally do in this situation?
Yeah, give it to me.
I say, good, good.
That's good.
Okay, I'll pick that one up. So we both parred number 2.
Yep.
Now we're going to take a look at some of the other holes here, some other great holes here.
We're going to try and take a look at our signature hole, number 18.
Brian, this is number 18, and you were telling me earlier you'd probably consider this to be your signature hole. Why is
Yeah,
that?
I would. Well, it's one of our toughest. It's number 4 handicap, but it's one of the more scenic also. Water hazard on the right, water hazard on the left, water hazard in front of the green, and then you have about a 2 club elevation change to get to the green because it's about 20 feet above the fairway.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities to leave that ball on that hill, huh?
Yes, yes, or in the water.
And you got the prevailing, you got the west winds that we're feeling here today, and that plays against you all the way up to the green.
Exactly.
Brian, from this vantage point, we're about, what, 140 in, and boy, look at that steep hill in front. I don't know, and you get in this rough, you may want to think about just laying up to the end of the fairway, huh?
Well, take your lumps and go on to the next hole maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea. But even that shot, if you lay up, you got 20 feet straight up the hill to an elevated green there, and it's a pretty small green still. It's only about 60 feet from the front to the back. As you can see, sloped off to the side. So if you miss the green, you're in big trouble.
Now those rocks, they serve a little backstop, maybe?
They do. I've seen many a ball fly off those rocks.
Yeah, Yeah, being in the bunker isn't even a bad spot to be.
No, it's not. At least you're over the water, and you can play your next shot onto the green.
Yeah, I love you pros. I used to play with a couple guys. Well, they'd say, "Get in the bunker, get in the bunker," and I'm wondering why. Now I know why sometimes,
Yeah.
right? Get out of that rough.
That's
and
right.
The bunker shot, if you got a decent lie, is a much better play.
That's right.
Brian, we're standing here at the number 10 hole, and we got water hazard. Then we got the flag there in the distance. It's about, what, a 290-yard par 4?
Right, right.
And obviously, you're thinking water right from Jump Street here.
You are. Water's in front of you here. It takes about a shot of 170 yards to get over the water from this men's tee here. And of course, you've got water to the right, and you have trees if you hit it through the fairway. So it can be a tough hole, but at the same time, it's relatively short, and some of the longer hitters can actually knock it on the green from here with a straight tee shot.
Right, and the tips are to our right, and I guess if you want to, those trees, bang it over those
Right,
trees,
just
and
knock it
that's
right
the
over the
easiest
trees.
way to get
Yep,
to the hole.
straight line right over.
And then, of course, there's the water, but it only comes into play sometimes for golfers, and for those who want to enjoy maybe a little dip, you got the pontoon out here, the beach to our left. So once again, maybe if golf isn't going good that day,
Hit the beach.
put away the clubs, put on the bathing suit, and jump in the water and have some fun, huh?
Oh, that sounds like a good
It's
idea.
another way to play number 10.
Yeah, it is.
Brian, this is number 7, and 7 and 8, you were telling me, are relatively new holes here.
Yeah, they were made about 12 years ago. We took out 2 of the weaker holes we had, turned them into a golf school and driving range, and we put these in right through the woods and the fields here. We put in a long par 5, very demanding tee shot and second shot, and then long par 4 coming in also.
Now, did you have anything to do with the design?
No, I didn't. Actually, they had a course architect come in and actually design the holes for Skytop.
Okay, but when you look at it visually, obviously the dog leg uphill, but it looks like there's a little bit of the, the undulation of the fairway.
Yeah,
and-
everything kicks to the left here, and there's a bunker in the right-hand side to catch anything that goes off to the right, and you can see the trees in the field over there too. If you hit your tee shot off to the right, the trees block you out for your second shot.
We're here at Skytop, so we're actually at the top of what, about a 1,900 foot
About 1,900 feet.
elevation,
Yep.
and you don't get a lot of peaks and valleys. You get subtle changes
General
in
elevation changes.
in
I'd
the
say.
elevation.
Yeah, not like a lot of Pocono courses that are cut out of a mountainside or whatever.
We're relatively flat for being in the midst
we
of the
are.
mountain, simply because we're on top of a
Yeah,
mountain.
that's right.
Well, Brian, thanks a lot for giving us a little bit of the history of Skytop and a look around at the golf course.
My
It's
pleasure.
been fun.
My pleasure, Harry.
Your season, everybody wonders in the mountains. Now we're fully underway, but normally it starts around what, April 1st or so?
April 1st, I try to get the course open. Nature doesn't always, help us out, but I shoot for April 1st, and then we go to Thanksgiving.
I can imagine what it's like here, say late September, early October,
It's
with the
awesome.
fall, the change of colors.
It's
huh?
awesome. The reds, the yellows, the oranges. It's incredible up here.
Bring your sunglasses, folks, and your camera.
That's right.
And for more on Skytop, of course, you can link up to Skytop by going to our website, which is insidegolf.net. Thanks again, Brian.
Harry, thank you.
Okay, that's it from Skytop, and we'll be back. Inside Golf continues with Teed Off in just a moment.
It's time light beer got some character. 99 calories, 100% authentic lager. Yingling Light Lager from America's oldest brewery. Rethink your light beer.
Guests of Inside Golf enjoy dining at Sin Sin, the popular Asian fusion restaurant located on Germantown Avenue in the heart of scenic Chestnut Hill.
And now it's time for Teed Off, brought to you by Yingling, America's oldest brewery.
Absolutely the hardest golf course I'd ever played on.
And welcome back. Inside Golf continues with Teed Off today from the Fireplace Room at beautiful Edgemont Country Club in Delaware County. And our panel includes a gentleman who began his pro career at Edgemont, Ed Doherty. Tony Leodora from Golf Talk Live on WNTP every Saturday morning, and from the Philadelphia Inquirer, Joe Giuliano. Gentlemen, this is sort of our preview for the 2011 U.S. Open, which is going to be at Congressional. And this one's been in the works for some time. A major renovation by Rees Jones, the second one in just a few years. And Ed, finally we get to see what it looks like. This is where, of course, the Tiger Woods tournament was, and they brought that to Aronimink for 2 years to take care of the preparations. I'm curious, how many times have you played Congressional? And I know one of them was the, 76 PGA Championship.
76 PGA Championship, which was the major. It was absolutely the hardest golf course I'd ever played on tour up until then. The rough was about 6 inches high. They had elevated greens, and I mean, it just beat me.
Did you make the cut?
No. But the year before, I was a hot shot at the PGA, but I got humbled at that one. But then they moved the Kemper there, and they eased it up a little bit by cutting the grass, and it became an enjoyable golf course and an event to appear on the PGA Tour. But it is a major championship golf course. I think you're going to see some great golf. I hope you see some exciting finishes, and it's
Tony,
big time.
I agree with you.
You're our historian. Maybe it's because you're one of the oldest guys here. But notice I said one of out of four. But 64 will go down in history as one of the most dramatic U.S. Open finishes. They played, 36 holes, I think, in the final round on a Saturday.
Final day.
Ken Venturi nearly died
102-degree heat.
in winning it. And then Ernie Els came along and won it 30 years later at Congressional.
Well, despite what you said, I was not there for the 64 one. However, I was there for when Ernie Els won, and I remember thinking at that time, this is the perfect U.S. Open course, the perfect U.S. Open facility. The huge clubhouse, the overlook from there onto the course where you could see a lot of the holes.
Washington, D.C.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. But the ability to walk around the course easily, there's not a lot of barriers. You could get around there. And I just thought at that time, and I said, geez, I'm surprised they're not following it up with another one. It took till now that they did it, and a second Rees Jones renovation.
Right.
And then
Joe, your recollections?
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, it was funny because I remember the back nine on Sunday in '97 was very similar to the back nine this past Masters on the Sunday, where there was just a lot of guys with a chance to win, and you're thinking, man, there's going to be like a 5 or 6 man playoff. And then Ernie Els, kind of settled down, and everybody else kind of fell apart, and he ended up winning. But I think the great change this year is that the old 17, the tough 17th hole, is now the finishing hole, and that's going to be just a tremendous finish with the water coming down. I guess they've kind of made it so it's more around the green. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to seeing how the pros play there, on the new redesigned course.
Ed, why is it, I'm curious from your perspective, there are some guys that do very well in U.S. Opens, and the rest of their careers are very pedestrian. Now, Lee Janzen, for instance, he has 2 U.S. Open titles. Great player, but I mean, he's not going to go down as a top 10 earnings guy in his career. Andy North, I think, won two also. Yeah. Right? What is it, do you think? That some guy, is it just a course for the horse or what?
Well, I think their temperament suits a major championship. They don't get upset with themselves. I know Andy North personally, and he's a great grinder. He's a good guy, has a good sense of humor. If he hits a bad shot, he doesn't get down on himself. And he's a great up and downer. And they're all great putters. Anybody who's won a major championship, he better never complain about his putting. But I just think the mental makeup is different than someone else.
Well, we'll see a different Ernie Els putting this time, though, because now he's gone to
he's gone to the
belly putter.
Right.
So it won't be the same Ernie Els that won in '97.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see who wins. I don't know if we're going to hear from the 20-somethings again, or if we're going to hear from an international player, or if maybe one of the old standbys might win this time. I honestly don't know. I can't really put my finger on what's going to happen as far as who's going to win.
Yeah, that's a new course with the renovation. It's not the same course. Right. So. Yeah.
And Aronimink has benefited the past 2 years because of the Tiger Woods tournament being moved from Congressional. Next year, though, the Tiger Woods AT&T goes back to Congressional, right?
Right, absolutely.
At least that's the way the schedule works out
right
now.
Yes, it does. The kiss and run will be completed. Will leave us with nothing but memories.
Well, it should be a great tournament there, too, but we look forward to what's coming up at Congressional and the renovations by Rees Jones at the U.S. Open. Inside Golf is coming back with more in just a moment.
Teed Off has been taped on location at the historic Edgemont Country Club on Westchester Pike, a private club that caters to the community for weddings, outings, parties, and meetings. Find out more about the club that has hosted everyone from Bob Hope to Ed Doherty at Edgemont.com.
The Philadelphia section of the PGA of America is celebrating 90 years. Since 1921, the professionals of the Philadelphia section have proven themselves to be the players, teachers, managers, and stewards of the game of golf in the Philadelphia area. They are the experts in the game and business of golf. Please join us in celebrating our 90-year commitment to the game of golf.
Experience what golfers voted #1 for quality, selection, and affordability. Over 100 different championship courses, including 7 of America's 100 greatest. Indulge in gourmet cuisine, pristine beaches that offer endless activities, active nightlife, and more. It's an easy drive, and affordable nonstop flights are now available from over 25 cities. Start planning your Myrtle Beach golf vacation today and request a free quick quote for the best package rates. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's where America goes to play.
Colleen Wolf's wardrobe is provided by Adidas, the leader in men's and women's apparel for the athletic golfer.
For over 39 years, Pocono Candle has attracted visitors for its unbelievably vast selection of candles and specialized gifts.
Well, Pocono Candle is a family business. We've been here since 1972. We manufacture our own candles here, as well as we sell extensive giftware, candle accessories. It's very unique in that, you know, we're not a big box store. We have items that you won't find anywhere else. Even in the tourist region, we really pride ourselves for buying unique items, things that are different, so that you don't go from store to store and see the same item from store to store.
And with so much to choose from, it's easy to see why Pocono Candle draws so much attention.
We ship out every day candles that we make here, as well as some of our other merchandise. Quite often we have people come here and they see something and then they regret when they get home they didn't buy it or didn't find it anywhere else. And we will send pictures back and forth on the computer, and as long as we're sure that the item that they're describing to us is, you know, what they want, then we'll pack that up and ship it out as well.
Want to thank both the Bryans for giving us a tour of Split Rock and also Skytop. And you know, Colleen, these resorts have so much in common.
That's right, they're both full-service resorts, and how about over at Split Rock, that bowling alley and the water park?
Yeah, and here you can see the lake behind us, so you have the water, you have fishing, and of course, great accommodations and golf. And for more on Split Rock and Skytop,
go to InsideGolf.net.
That's the spot. For Colleen Wolf, I'm Harry Donahue. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you, don't pick up. And we'll see you next time on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf has been brought to you by the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau. Life's greater in the Pocono Mountains. Yingling, America's oldest brewery. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where America goes to play. Now fly nonstop on Spirit Airlines. Details at phillytomyrtle.com. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, celebrating 90 years.